I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, feel like pop. Shoot the shot. Coming in hot. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow. Well, I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect them. Gotta protect them. Gotta protect them. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like pop. Shoot the shot. I'm coming in.
Wake 'em up. See, I'm still sleeping, so I had to shake 'em up. I kept it too real. I wasn't faking up. Coming in hot, feeling like pop. Back in 9-4 when they took 5 shots. Too much drive to ride your wave. Ditch my top and I'm off that lot. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I do feel like pop. I shoot the shot. I'm coming in hot. In my Cadillac, sliding through the street. Hope them boys on double cross, cause I keep my Jesus piece. Feel like Shaq in 03, boy, ain't no stopping me. We keep it hot, yeah, we keep it hot, just like Texas Pete. Ran slow in my Cadillac, sliding through the street. Hope them boys on double cross, but I keep my Jesus piece. Feel like Shaq in 03, boy, ain't no stopping me. We keep it hot, yeah, we keep it hot, just like Texas Pete.
In my slab with the Bible on the dash when I creep. Hit my knees before I hit the streets to make them ends meet. I'm a lone star, baby, you know Texas made a Jeep. And you know I set the bar, hit that church in Easter Pink. Hold it down when you come around, gotta keep it solid. I'm the dream, like Hakeem, watch me take off like a rocket. What? Stop it, we been reppin' 116, how could you doubt it? We been preaching before we even had $1 in our pockets. Been a prophet, when I speak into your life, it ain't for profit, it's to lead you to the light. Plug it to the pie socket, coming down like a deacon with the good book in my hand. Arm hanging out the window, slow and live with it jam.
Riding slow in my Cadillac, sliding through the street. Hope them boys on double cross, cause I keep my Jesus piece. Feel like Shaq in 03, boy, ain't no stopping me. We keep it hot, yeah, we keep it hot, just like Texas Pete. Ran slow in my Cadillac, sliding through the street. Hope them boys on double cross, but I keep my Jesus piece. Feel like Shaq in 03, why ain't no stopping me? We keep it hot, yeah, we keep it hot, just like Texas Pete. Look, I've been doing this since Big Mo was alive, rapping about the bar, baby. You won't catch me at the bar, baby. Galleria, second floor, maybe. Riding with my top down, listen to my Jesus music, still a vibe, ain't it? Third Wharf, South Dallas, City Hill, Mo City, up to Brookhaven. I was popping seals, had to stop and heal. That's right. I can't love the money, I'm just copping bills. Holy My weapons ain't carnal, but my ops are real. Keep a Houston rocket with me while I got the wheel. I keep the money on the dresser.
Drive me a Tesla, marry me a bad little mama out of
Texas. We still unashamed even when they call us extra. Top notch, they get you the most, not the less. Riding slow in my Cadillac, sliding through the street. Hope them boys on double cross, cause I keep my Jesus peace. They like Shaq in '03, boy, ain't no stopping me. We keep it hot, yeah, we keep it hot, just like Texas Pete. Yeah, out now, I hit with my dogs when I'm caught up. Out now, miss me with that flaws, count that cows up. Tellin' they trippin', tell him I got it, he gave me vision. I went all over the globe to follow the mission. Feel like dirt back in 11. Beat that heat headed to heaven. Don't know why they call me Reverend. Engine revving from Dallas up to Philly, then DC just blazing trail. ATL to Dallas, Dallas back to ATL. But you can't take that Texas at that boy, can't you tell? Tell them I smell folly floating in the air, I can't inhale. Got his blessings in my skeleton. They say that boy eloquent. I just made it my business to depend on his benevolence. Ride slow in my Cadillac, sliding through the street. Hope them boys on double cross, but I keep my Jesus.
Okay. It is time. What movie is that from? It is time. Nobody know? Good job. Whoa, you're hot. All right, we're about to get even hotter. All right, so new for one weekend is a panel discussion. One of the things that I've wanted to do for a long time is this very thing. I think it's very helpful for us as Christians, as people, to see examples of what we're talking about. I'm very practical in how we approach ministry, a Christian life, and application of our faith. And with that, I was thinking of ways on how to both entertain, but also kind of inform and help you guys as you follow Christ, whether that's for the first time this week or today, or whether you've been a Christian for your entire high school, middle school, elementary school lives. I want to provide you with an opportunity to see the gospel in these 4 individual lives. So, we have been in the last 2 sessions looking at the Christian life right now as with 2 specific questions. What is the Christian life, and how do I know if I'm a Christian? With these 2 questions, I want to challenge you to consider what it means specifically for you. Not the person sitting next to you, but for you. Our hope for One Weekend this year has been for you to consider what it means to follow Jesus. For some, this will mean growing and developing your faith. For others, this will mean considering for the first time what it means for you to follow Jesus. This brings us to something new that we've never done at One Weekend, so this is new and kind of uncharted territory for us, which is kind of scary. A discussionship panel. I have 4 Christians with me beside me to the left, and some of you may know some of them, others have no idea who these people are. To my left, we have Riley Cook, who's just graduated high school. Y'all give him a round of applause. 3, 2, 1. No, that's not how we clap. All right, on the count of 3, we got to go 1, 2, 3, and then you get a single clap, all right? 3, 2, 1. Y'all are too white. All right, we're going to redo this one more time. On 3, then clap, all right? 3, 2, 1. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, that's my fault. All right, one more time. We'll go 3, 2, 1, then clap. Perfect. All right. But a little less white. All right. A little bit of rhythm. All right, here we go. Every single person who did that is in middle school. All right, well, that's your surprise. To his left, we have Matt Bryson. We'll call him seasoned. He's graduated high school, but we're not going to talk about that. To his left, we have Paxton. We're going to call him older, and he fixes planes for a living. I guess that you don't get nothing. And I think if I did my research right, we have Taylor to my immediate left, who is the oldest. I won't let his age fool you, but he's a branding genius. For those of you who are wearing One Weekend shirts or will wear any of the One Weekend shirts in the last 3 years, he has in a way helped design and print and get those onto your body. So he is the man, the myth, and the legend. Been involved in One Weekend for more than most of us know. But each of these people provide a different perspective, challenge, and opportunity for what it means to follow Jesus. But instead of just listening to me interview each person, I wanted to interview them in an interesting way that's never been done before. So we've took a few pointers from this guy named Sean Evans and Hot Ones. Y'all know what Hot Ones is? All right. And when we do that, for those unfamiliar with Hot Ones, as you'll hear in a second, the theme song, Hot Ones is a show featuring hot questions and even hotter wings. And as we ask our questions, we will attempt to complete a round of chicken wings coated in extremely hot sauce. You'll need to send in your questions by scanning a QR. There will be times throughout the next 45 minutes where you guys get to ask them a question. So if you see on the front of your pews, there will be a QR code. And on that QR code, there'll be a section with One Weekend, and you guys will get to turn in your questions. Now, before you just ask a question where it's stupid, it's like, where did you get your shoes from? Or how old are you? Or like, can you date Riley? Absolutely not. But before you ask that, they're going to be limited. They're going to be checked by someone behind the stage, and they're going to delete your question if it's dumb. So if you think it's going to be dumb, just don't put it. That's going to be an option for you. So if you have, while we're eating hot wings, and you have a good question, throw it up on there, and we will ask it throughout the next 45 minutes. Now, that's not all. In order for you to ask the question, you're going to have to come and enjoy one of these hot wings with us. So as you get your question picked, whatever it is, I'm going to read them. We'll figure it out. And then you're going to have to come up, eat your wing, and then ask them the question. So as they are eating essentially 5 wings, you're going to have to eat one as well. So if that is something you want to do, that's what you got. We have 5 wings for up to 5 questions. So that QR code is going to be how you can do that. And as well as asking a question, eating a hot wing, and being made a fool of, you also get to keep the tray or the cutting board. I was going to say charcuterie board, but I don't know how to, that's probably not what it is. But it's a cutting board. You get to keep that as a memento. You get some One Weekend merch. So with that being said, let's bring out the wings. We have them here. And for each participant, let's get this interview started. So the first wing should be enjoyable. It's not terrible. So let's see what it is. It's called aardvark. Yeah, absolutely. Let's eat it. Oh, this ain't good. This is gonna be good. It's not bad. Paxton is over there. He's rough. So we'll start with Matt Bryson. Me and my food first, hold on. So as the music slows down, Matt, you and I have gone back really, really far to Southeastern Bible College. We go back to, it's kind of hot, actually, I'm not going to lie. We go back to Southeastern Bible College. We used to do things like Nerf Wars, study theology. We got a lot of opportunities to learn how to study God's Word. Pranking oblivious staff members and faculty, serving churches in a number of different ways. But our history started even earlier than that, though we didn't know it. Tell us a little bit about all the moments that led to where you are today.
Tell me all the moments that led me to where I'm at today.
Or not all of them, just tell them a few moments.
Yeah, so I actually felt called to be a minister at 15 years old at a weekend similar to this. And so I've actually been leading worship or been in youth ministry for, I was in for about 15 years. So that trajected me into getting a degree at a Bible college, served at multiple different churches in multiple different capacities. And now I get to serve the church in a different way. So I specifically sell online giving and tap technology to churches. So
Similar to what we have on the pews, but more significant and more.
yeah.
So, Riley, many in this room either know you as one of the tenors from the high school band last year. Others may know you as the firstborn child of the Birmingham Metro Baptist revitalization specialist, Dr. Josh Cook. But many of them do not know that you are, in fact, the 3-time reigning champion of the spilled drinks for the last 3 years at the Pleasant Ridge Student Ministry. And you're on track to go 4 years in a row.
There's been some cheating there. I shouldn't be
disagree.
ahead.
You are a young man of many titles, embarrassments, and awards. So I have on the screen a few examples of these embarrassing moments. We have a suspicious mustache, you being the Mona Lisa, and your variety of sleeping positions on our mission trips and summer camps. With these awkward and coveted awards for dropping the most drinks, I've seen you not only find ways to serve your church, but also to improve the qualities of specific ministries. So for you, how has the church played a role in growing your faith?
Well, I've been here for like 10 years now, and my dad was the pastor here, so everybody knew me. So it was nice when I came to youth that I wasn't like bombarded and like everybody saying hey, and so just having people around me that helped grow my faith and stay with me all throughout high school and middle school, having close relationships with them, I'd say that's helped a lot.
And there's been moments, because obviously your dad's not a pastor here no more, he's the church revitalization director or specialist. So there were some opportunities where there was a potential chance that you wouldn't be here anymore and you'd move off. You were able to kind of serve here in the church. You serve on the production team. And you've done plenty of things that have helped me and the church. And that has been an encouragement not only to the church, but a significance in your life. But specifically, can you give us an example of how the church has helped you grow in your faith? Maybe that's with a mission trip, maybe even students that are sitting before us, or maybe some who are even left, some of them who are older and now adults paying taxes. How have they helped your faith?
I think last year's mission trip was probably one of my favorites. This year was probably my favorite, but last year, it made me realize just how much we've grown together and how close we were. And I think that's really important, growing in your faith, having close relationships with people. And then even when we came back, especially this year, we thought of what we could do in the community and how we could help Hueytown, and not just when we went to St. Louis, how we helped the community there. We all realized that we wanted to help here, and I think that's helped a lot as I've grown up.
So community has been a vital part of your faith. All right, then Paxton. There's a large number of people in this room who have no idea who you are or even where you grew up. But I think it was yesterday, he's living at my house. He has 3 kids. He's from the worst state in the United States, Florida.
Well, that's where I live.
That's where you live.
That's where I live
currently.
at the
So
moment.
he drove 3 and something hours to get here for you guys. But he drove up here, and one of the things that he wanted to do was to see where he grew up, where his dad lived. So we drove in literally probably the worst place in Bessemer, if you will. And I told him, I was like, I'm not stopping. We can drive by a little bit, but we're not stopping. So we got to see where he grew up. He actually lived probably a mile away from Lowe's. But from there,
13th Avenue
do y'all know where that's at?
in Bessemer.
Probably not. But if I'm not wrong, you moved from Bessemer over there by the Lowe's to a place called Verbena, Alabama.
Correct.
And that's where you spent the majority of your childhood.
Correct.
Now, Verbena, for those of you who may not be familiar, is a very small group of people in this room that would actually know what's significant about Verbena. This particular location was the location of an extremely popular Christian music festival called Enfuego. Do y'all remember Enfuego? Raise your hands if you do. Literally everybody who's graduated high school and above and knows who that is. That's bad. So Enfuego, this was a Christian music festival where it met in an old lady's cow pasture, and thousands of students would come from across the state to gather to hear a variety of Christian rock bands and music artists play loud music in 100-degree weather. And yes, it's a cow pasture, so there was cow poop. So moving from Bessemer to Verbena, that is an extremely large and different culture change. So give us rather, a 20-foot view, an aviation pun, if you will, of your journey from Verbena cow pastures to a multi-million-dollar aircraft. Well, tell us your story of how you got from Verbena to the Air Force.
Okay. So to sum it up, well, I guess to begin, I got saved here in Bessemer. Actually, it was a Baptist church in downtown. But so that was pivotal because when I moved from Bessemer to Verbena, I met my youth pastor, was right next to the high school there. So he shepherded me throughout my time in high school. So that was big because my parents weren't necessarily saved. So, and I had friends at the church that were neighbors. They would bring me. So my whole time there, my youth pastor was pivotal, mentored me. He told me about Southeastern. I also went to Southeastern with Jake. That's how we know each other. And we also enjoy hunting together. So after college, I wanted to be a missionary. I wanted to do mission aviation, but I didn't have a pilot's license. It was expensive, so I thought, well, I joined the Air Force. I can get the training, and they'll pay for my A&P license, which allows you to work on aircraft for free, illegally for the FAA.
Illegally?
Legally, yeah. I stumbled there, but so that's the main reason I joined the Air Force, was to get A&P so I could use it in some kind of ultimate goal is to do missionary work with aviation.
That's incredible.
To sum it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's just to sum it up. Yeah.
Verbena all the way to a multi-million aircraft. That's impressive.
Yeah, C-130s. If anybody knows what that is, it's one of the.
We don't.
It's a prop plane in the Air Force. One of the only ones. It's 4 engines, props. Everything else is either 2 engines with props. So.
You're so intelligent.
I'm not.
He's nervous right now because we're about to eat another wing.
Oh, I will let y'all know. I am 1 bite in. These guys they're multiple. I'm 1 bite in, and that was rough. So.
All right, just so y'all know, y'all can put it up on the screen, but you can look. I think Matt has the most meat off of his first wing. So with that, we have the second wing. This is the Los Calientes. I think this is a 5 out of 10.
What was the first one?
Like 1.
Good to know.
This is going to be rough because that first one was a lot worse than I expected. This is actually good. This is not bad. No, this one, I think that mine got switched. This is not hot at all.
This is sweet.
This is good. This is good. So Taylor, with the experience that you gained in basketball in high school, you served as a student pastor at a church in Albertville, Alabama called Life Point Church. You were a student pastor there. In your time, you pastored students through a variety of different ways, one of which was curating creative ways to disciple and pastor them. One of these ways was through what some of these people in the room, I even looked it up on my Facebook, was a pretty famous Facebook group. During the COVID time, you created the Cereal Bowl of March Madness, where they would bracket out cereals and that they would bracket and across the Southeast. I looked at some of these people that I'm Facebook friends with, that there are people in the room that were in this group like 5 years ago. So with that, you'll see it on the scroll. That's not part of it. Well, I don't have it on there. But in that, there was a variety of cereals and among other things. What inspired that idea, and how did it become a way to gather and disciple the people in your youth group?
Honestly, it stemmed from, I'm pretty stubborn, and my wife usually hates my ideas. If you're married, you probably know what I'm talking about. But like, hey honey, I've got this really cool idea. And she's like, that's stupid. And so I just decided to do it anyways. And if you remember back when COVID was going on, it happened, really kind of hit the U.S. right before March Madness was supposed to start, before the games were supposed to start. And I'm a big basketball fan and stuff, so in the middle of getting ready for March Madness, the games were canceled. And so, there was no like live events, there were no concerts, there was like really nothing going on, and there certainly wasn't any like sporting events going on. So I just said I was going to do a bracket with breakfast cereal and have people vote. Whoever gets the most votes, that cereal would move on. And again, my wife said that was stupid. And so I just did it and did like analysis. I would get on and get me and my 2-year-old little boy would like jump up in the chair with me, and we would give like in-game analysis and stuff. It was really dumb. And everybody just loved it. And it kind of grew to the point where I just made a group on Facebook, and people started joining it from like people that I didn't know from wherever.
Multi-states.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
And so basically we just like, I would just, we did breakfast cereal, and then we actually raised money. We sold some t-shirts and stuff and gave
You sold t-shirts?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's incredible.
Yeah, and we took that money and gave it to an organization you guys might be familiar with called Blessings in a Backpack. So we took that the money that we raised from that and gave it to Blessings in a Backpack in Albertville.
So how did those ideas and that creativeness apply into your ministry with your students?
I think the biggest thing is I never felt like I did ministry as a whole very well, but there was elements of ministry I felt like I was good at, and one was small groups and one was teaching, and so I just felt like it kind of took the lid off of what you could do within small groups. You could get very, very niche and very specific, and kind of cater to students' hobbies, their interests, and things that they like to do, rather than just age or gender or whatever. So we had some super obscure small groups, but they were very well attended, and that kind of help us in that discipleship process. So.
My mom literally just called me and it showed on the screen. That was embarrassing.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, I should have answered. That would have been funny. I should have. I'm sorry. My bad. I feel terrible. Yeah, she may call me back. That would have been funny, but. All right, Paxton. So you mentioned earlier that how you served in the Air Force, and we made fun of that a little bit, in a variety of states. You've been to different countries, different states. You've been to, and correct me if I'm wrong, Japan, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was mad that you left there, and Florida.
Correct.
Has there been any others that you've been to?
I've visited, but those are the only ones I've lived in.
So those are the three. So you've been given the opportunity to see a lot of the world in different cultures in your career. You've seen a lot of different people, a lot of different backgrounds. But being a Christian in the Air Force is interesting, because in these environments, you see unforeseen issues and difficulties. So if you can, legally, I know there's some issue there, but can you share with us how you've navigated following Christ in these different environments with these different people from different cultures?
Yeah, it is different in the military because typically the rule is no politics, no religion. just not supposed to share anything. And if somebody asks you, you could share, but you're not supposed to be open. Even chaplains are the only ones who are allowed legally, but even they have a hard time. So for me, it's obviously walking that walk, but evangelism isn't just about walking it, right? So you still need to be vocal. So sometimes you have to be careful. But a lot of times I find that most people are open, even though, you know, the Air Force or military as a whole doesn't allow that. Most people are open. They talk about it. And I work in maintenance. So maintenance culture is very secular, agnostic. So it's definitely different. But I've had great conversations with people and been able, thankfully, to share my faith openly without being, you know, consequences being bad or anything like that. And I actually recently, so where I work now, kind of in a schoolhouse, I teach younger crew chiefs about my job. I've had conversations with people above me about different things, you know, science and faith, and how the Bible relates to all that. So it's been different. And living overseas in Japan, we actually went to a pretty cool church that was dual. The pastor, they had dual linguist as he preached, and been able to just to live that, thankfully, even though we've been in those scenarios, the Lord still blessed us. So does that answer your question?
Have you found any issues or like hardship with kind of living your faith in the military?
Surprisingly, not so much. You know, Albuquerque was pretty good. I had a peer of mine who was also a NCO, a staff sergeant, who was.
What's an NCO?
So it's anyone in the Air Force that's E5 or above. They're essentially like a boss. What's the good word? Leader. There's leadership. It's like the first level of leadership. Thank you. That's my wife. So he was an agnostic, but he was always very open with having these conversations, even asking me questions. So for me, no, I thankfully haven't, but I've heard stories. Even my father-in-law, who's 22 years as a chaplain, was given trouble, and it was his job. So there's ways around it, you know, and that people definitely get, I won't say persecuted, you know, it's not to that level, but they're definitely shunned for it.
It's difficult.
It can be difficult, yes. You know, you have to be careful what you say and around who you say it, especially if there's upper leadership who are officers.
So as things get difficult in your life back then, or as you were in like Japan and Albuquerque, things are about to get a little bit rough for you right now, because we're going to bring up the heat just a little bit.
All right.
All right, so we got another Los Calientes, and I think this one's going to be a pretty rough. Oh, man, this is terrible.
What's the Scoville unit here, or what's the out of 10?
6 out of 10.
Okay.
This one had some of the bomb on it. I regret it. And for those of you who don't know, the bomb is the absolute worst. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't smell good. And if you could hear it, it doesn't sound good. This doesn't taste as bad as I thought it did. And this is the one that y'all are going to eat when I ask you questions. It's not hot. It's just like. Yeah, I've been drinking my milk. I can't deal with y'all. I'm a little girl.
Can't hang.
You're headed to college soon. You're about to go and become an adult, start paying taxes. You've been in. Ooh. It's the part of that show where they come in there like, whoa, in their face. You're like, you've been in the student ministry for 7 years. What advice would you give students who want to live out the Great Commission? You mentioned going on mission trips, serving other people, and finding ways to do ministry here. What advice would you give these students that you want to live out the Great Commission as they tell others about Jesus?
Don't just talk about it. Don't just let people hear you talk about Jesus. Let them see it in you. There's a lot of people, especially like at school or anywhere you go, even at the mission trips we went to, where they would talk to anybody that came up to talk to them. They would talk about Jesus, and but whenever you saw them inside school or anywhere else, then you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't know they were Christian. That one got to you?
I'm preparing for what's next. You
Yeah.
and I, you and I became friends back in 2016, 2017 in college.
I graduated 16. Had to
You
be
did?
sooner than that.
Maybe it's sooner than that. That's when we graduated. So it would have been 2012, I think. We both were majoring in Bible and theology and minoring in intercultural ministries with Dr. Hughley. While you were here, or while you were there, you were often seen stretching out from overthrown frisbees during the weekly Ultimate Frisbee tournaments. You were often hiking or fishing, camping, or floating down a river. You were a man of many talents, many interesting things, many good haircuts.
My mouth hurts.
3 kids.
Yes, that's my youngest.
In the past few years, many of the students here have participated, and my nose is running, in what has seemed to be a spring break tradition, the church-wide Ultimate Frisbee Tournament. Who's been to one of those in the last couple of years, the Ultimate Frisbee Tournaments? Most of you, some of you. So during spring break, we do it's getting to me. We do a spring break event where each day we have something different, and we usually get all the churches together, kind of like one weekend, but we play Ultimate Frisbee, and it turns into absolute chaos. We have like 50 kids out on the field at Brook Lane, and they're just throwing a Frisbee. My nose is absolutely running. But in the past few years, many of these students do that Ultimate Frisbee game. So this event has grown as an opportunity for students to spend time with their pastors and leaders, similar to what we're doing here at One Weekend. One of the ways that I've tried to use these events is for discipleship opportunities. So who has discipled you in your walk with Christ, and how has that shaped how you disciple your family?
Who has discipled me just in my life?
Yes.
Number one would be my youth pastor, Brian Jones, from Clanton. Biggest one for sure. And then, you know, it's tough. He's definitely number one, right? So I moved. He shepherded me through high school, told me about Southeastern. I mean, when I was at Southeastern, I didn't have really one person, but I think just living in the dorms with all these guys was a discipleship community, so that was big. And then at our new church, where I'm at now, there's a gentleman, older guy who's discipling me named Mitch, and then our pastor. That would be the biggest ones.
So those 3, how did they specifically like disciple you to help you follow Christ, or how?
Yeah, so Brian, obviously, outside of just being there on Wednesdays and Sundays, we used to do a Bible study together, me, him, and a few others from our youth group. Yeah, it was actually specifically geared toward discipleship, you know, living that life as a man, as a Christian in the world. And he challenged us to take it to other young people, people that knew, to teach them the same. The roof of my mouth hurts, by the way.
It's
in
going to
pain.
get worse, I promise.
Is it? And as far as at church, my pastor's given me the opportunity to teach there. He's, shared resources with me. I actually taught there a few Wednesdays ago to the adults, so that was the first time. And then Mitch, just living life, it's the biggest thing.
Having people around you and helping you follow Christ, that
Yeah.
helped you. So how did those moments help you disciple your family with your 3 kids, Arnold, Ariel, and Meredith, and your wife, Meredith? Merida. I'm sorry. I'm
You're
terrible
good.
with names. My son and daughter have called all 3 of your kids different names, and it's hilarious.
That's
Like,
great. Well, number one, you see them live the life, right? So you can imitate that as they imitate Christ. And then they have more knowledge, so you just take wisdom from them. You learn how they shepherded their families, because most of them are older than me, and just talking with them. And then, with my family, my kids know prayer, and they know about the Bible, right? Not just from school, but we try to just do that daily with them, sit down with them at the dinner table, cut off television, electronics, that stuff.
All right.
Can I side note?
Yeah.
So last year, 2024, May of 24, we were getting ready to move from Albuquerque to Florida. I went and played Ultimate Frisbee. We had a month left, and I broke my hand playing Ultimate, and I left my wife at home with 3 kids to pack all our boxes. So Anyway, side note.
Great discipleship.
Yeah, that was great discipleship.
All right.
Don't do that.
So we're going to bring in a student for this one. We're going to let them ask a question. So if you've done that, I'm going to pull it up, and you're going to get to see how many questions we got. Let's see what we got. We have 19 responses. I'm going to get to ask a couple of them. Let's see. Let's look at a couple of them. We're not going to do a push-up contest.
No. He wins.
We're not going to talk about tattoos or drinking quite yet. Maybe later.
Real quick, do you think we're maintaining up here? Are we holding it together? No?
Absolutely no. Y'all are about to feel it. Let's go with. Oh, there's more. Ooh. There's 19 questions. All right, let's go with this one. Our purpose as a Christian is to glorify God, and our mission is to make disciples. In going out and making disciples, what is the most different or difficult part of ministry that is not commonly talked about or even mentioned? Whose question is that? James? All right, come here. So I'm going to let you word that again. Take one of those wings. You can eat it, not eat it, or no, you're going to eat it. You're not going to not eat it. Don't worry about it. Eat the whole entire thing, and then you can ask me a question. Of course it's cold. It'll heat up in a minute.
Yeah, your lips will
Promise
start to
that
tingle.
will not be your problem, is it being?
All right, now ask your question again. You look hideous.
Oh, there it is. It did.
So our purpose as a Christian is to glorify God, and our mission is to make disciples. And in going out and making disciples outside of the church or in the church, what is the most difficult part of ministry that is never commonly talked about or mentioned?
So that was for all, I assume, right? So in your ministry, I'm going to reword it so it's not as hard. So in your ministries, what has been the most difficult part in your ministry?
I'll say that all of my ministry has been here in Alabama or in the South. And the most difficult part about making disciples in the Bible Belt is that everyone feels like they know Jesus. Everyone has some sort of concept of Jesus for the most part here. And so the most difficult part for me doing ministry and discipleship was convincing those individuals that they didn't know Jesus in a saving way or needed to follow him in a contrary way than they were living. And so, they train you in apologetics or how to defend your faith and things like that. And, for the most part, we don't have to do a whole lot of that here. But, cutting past a cultural Christianity is almost more difficult than having conversations with those of different faiths.
Right. Anybody else want to answer that question?
I'll sort of piggyback off of what you said. For me, it was, especially with students, a lot of the students that I had a chance to pastor were came from good homes in terms of just good parents and good systems around them, support systems. And so the difficulty was, I don't know if I want to say the word convince, but it was maybe just exposing them to the idea that you do need Jesus. And even though you have everything that you could ever want, your parents are awesome, you live in a huge house, you've got a huge following on social, and you are, if you're a girl, you're dating the quarterback, or if you're, a guy, you're dating the head cheerleader, whatever. You've got life kind of in the palm of your hand, so to speak. Yeah, what do I need Jesus for? And so that was the difficult part of even if you have all those things and you don't have Jesus, you still have nothing. And it's hard to relay that to a young person who also, by the way, if you're a student in the room, there is an element of you just feel invincible. You just feel like everything's going to be great forever and you're going to live forever and everything's great and rainbows and unicorns, but it's not reality. It's an illusion. And so that was the hardest part for me, probably.
All right, we're going to speed things up. We're about to be really, really bad. All right, so it's about to go from here to here. All right, fourth wing. This is the bomb. This is going to be the worst, so prepare yourself. This is going to be the worst.
Can we pray before?
This isn't food.
This is not food. This looks disgusting.
No,
Just give them an idea of what that looks like.
Yeah, this is not food. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Look how dark that is. This is not, all right. Oh, God. I feel it, Mr. Krabs. This is the worst.
These other wings I've cleaned. This one, that one.
Oh, God. All right, well, anyways, let's try to get this through. Paxton, being an aircraft, hold on. There's going to be extras. I'm going to make one of y'all eat these. Oh. All right, being an aircraft I can't even talk. Being an aircraft mechanic, I want to give an opportunity for one of these kids. I want you to walk us through how to fix a problem in an aircraft. I need a volunteer. Here, you come here. Come on. All right. All right. Ooh. Riley, this is like the second time you've done this.
I think my mouth is bleeding.
I can't talk. I can't do this. But instead of me giving you all the failures, I want them to pick a thing out of the hat and tell you how you would fix the problem on the aircraft. So pick one of those and read it out loud. He's going to tell you to fix it.
I can't talk.
Land right up burial.
Land gear failure. How do you fix it?
Landing gear failure. How do you fix it?
You call AR. Sorry. That's a loaded question. God, I can't.
Do you want another one? Do another one. Do another one. I'm not kidding. Are y'all kidding?
Faulty O2 mass connections or cracked hoses.
Okay. So typically there's a shop.
This is terrible. All right, Matt.
This was your idea.
With a deep dive on your social media, I found a number of Matt Bryson faces.
Oh,
I'm
great.
gonna throw up different images, and you give me the context.
Okay.
That's what we feel on the inside.
So this is the first time that I ever shaved my head and my beard completely, but I just recently did it again. So, but I think I was like 15 and decided just to shave it all off.
All right, here's the next one.
That was the process of shaving it off. I did it in stages.
All right, what about this one?
The first year of college, had a Halloween costume, and I was a broke college student, so I bought the cheapest Batman costume that I possibly could.
All right, and then this one.
So that was one of like 5 Halloween costumes. There's a theme here. I think he just went through my Halloween folder. I was actually in a play about the life of Martin Luther during 1517 and combating the Catholic Church. So I was John Eck, one of the Catholic priests. You're good. Take it.
Oh. All right, Riley, with your eyes closed, I want you to blind your face with that thing. Pick up the drum set, and I need another volunteer. Someone from the back. You over there. Come on. Yeah, come on. You're gonna hold the drum, and Riley, I want you to pick your favorite memory or your favorite song from marching band, and do it right there as best as you can in 10 seconds. They have to hold it while you do the drum. You better figure it out. You got 10 seconds to figure something out. So you're going to hold it for them. You go down there to there, or you can do it there. That's fine. And then, go on the carpet so you don't die. And then you're going to have to play the drum. Oh, and while he's setting up, Taylor, what's your hottest sports take in modern professional sports?
My hottest take. LeBron might be better than MJ. I don't know. He might
Whoa.
He might be. I don't know.
All right, Riley, what you got? Right there. All right, so he's going to move, and you have to follow him. Stand in front of him so he's facing the crowd. All right, now you got 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
How do you do this?
Anything you want. Just do something, because I'm ready to be done.
My lips burn.
All right, go. 1, 2, 3, go. And you have to follow him as he moves left and right. When you move, he's going to follow you. So just move, and hopefully he has the drum in front of you. And C. Good job. Go give him a round of applause. Woo! All right. Another audience question. I am about to explode. I'm just going to pick one. Who said, I can't breathe, bro. Yeah, do it. I can't. Just read one. And then whoever said it, come up here. It's kind of going away, but it's not gone. Here, come read it.
All right, this is Johnny from North Highlands.
Prepare yourself, bro.
All right, I'm going to let you ask your question, Johnny.
Y'all signed waivers, right? All of you signed, your parents signed waivers, right? Nobody's.
Don't stick a lot in there. Barely put your finger in there.
All right, go ahead and read your question.
What is each of your favorite book of the Bible and why?
Yeah, eat it.
It's kind of going away now.
Favorite book of the Bible?
Oh, Johnny. Oh.
All right, go ahead.
I don't know. That's a great question. Probably the book of John and the way that he just explains Jesus from a Greek context. It's very apologetic minded. So I would say the book of John.
Great choice. All right, one more. Isn't yours Job, Riley?
I had to do an extensive study on Job because my dad's a pastor, so I guess so.
That's a good one. All right. Oh, all right. I'm ready to be done. All right.
Galatians.
We'll do one more. We'll do one more student question. All right. Come on. Someone from over here, Concord. Y'all come over here. Did y'all ask a question? Nobody did. All right. Fine. Don't. Come over here. Yeah. Come on. You can keep that. Throw that away. Just keep that. I'm not gonna put it in yours. All right. Ask your question, or eat your wing, and then ask your question.
Oh, the landing gear.
You just pick it. Yeah. It's gonna be hot. It's not gonna be that bad.
Get to it.
Yeah, eat it first.
You gotta get all these little stops up there. They gotta take off all their stuff. We have to take the tire off. Anyway.
It's not that bad.
Landing gear.
I guess I can let you eat it. This is miserable. Woo!
Hey, that's a big old bite.
My question was, what year did you accept your faith in God?
Good question.
2003 in Bessemer, downtown Bessemer.
Just the date. That's always good.
She said what year, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was 6 years old, so whatever year that was. 1999, when Jesus.
I was 9 years old.
And but My faith journey has been a process. So I don't know that I started actually following after Jesus till I was like really 15 years old.
All right, so for y'all who don't know, me and Matt actually went to the same church as kids in the children's ministry, and we did like RAs and GAs. And I remember winning the boxcar derby, and that had to have been probably around the time that you professed faith, right?
Probably somewhere around there.
We didn't even know each other, and we went to college, and we found out by like happenstance. All right, one more. Let's do one more question, and then we'll go to the last one, and we'll be done because I know they're hungry and ready to get out here and eat spaghetti.
Hey, there's some wings up here if you guys are hungry. Like, what are you doing?
I'll pay money for
All right, let's go over here. Let's go. Anybody else? All right, yeah, come on, bring it up. Yeah, bring it up. Y'all give a round of applause. Woo! All right, just grab it, eat a bite, and then ask your question. It's kind of going away now, but it's still. Woo! You good?
Can I have another wing, please?
No.
Why not?
All right, ask your question that way. That's your question? You got a better question? All right, what's your question?
On a scale of 1 to 13, how much do you guys like Jesus?
It's like, that's, if it don't say 13, they're like, they hate. Good question. I'll give her an applause. Good job. All right, last one. We're going to call this the Great Commission dab. We're going to take this sauce, because I don't want to, I was going to pick a third, and add a little bit of extra to the wing. I'll let y'all pass that on. And as y'all are getting ready, the last question. No, this one is the third one, which was the tasty one. The question is what do you want these students to remember about the Christian life? In one sentence. That was a sweet one. Oh, whew. So what do you want the students to remember about the Christian life? Other than just the hot wings?
Want to do this before you eat it?
Humility.
Explain it to me like I'm 5. What is humility?
So,
Thinking you can handle hot wings.
yeah, if somebody asks you to do a hot wing challenge, tell them no. So humility, just all things in life, right? So, God, I can't even get my thoughts together. In marriage, in family, even if you know things, you don't ever think you're the smartest person in the room. Always seek to learn more from others. That's rough. Yeah, that wasn't great.
What's one thing you want them to
Humility.
know? That camera, or the people, or that camera, I don't care. What do you want them to know?
Don't be embarrassed to go serve the Lord. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. You go to school. A lot of people are not Christians or don't care, or you might think you'll get made fun of, but just don't care. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. Just know that you're doing God's work. And yeah.
Good. All right, man.
I'll say the Christian life is a marathon, not a sprint. And so there'll be times where life beats you down or turns you upside down. But the good news is you can still show yourself grace, even in those times, because the creator of the universe showed you the most grace. So remember, as Paul said, run the race with endurance. So it's not a sprint.
All right, Taylor, what's one thing you want the students to remember?
I don't know. I can't think. My brain is melted.
It was going to be this bad.
Yeah. So I guess probably. I can't think. My brain is gone.
To the bone. He's really.
Yeah, which that was gross.
All right, one thing.
Yeah, one thing. Okay, so make sure that as you progress in your walk with Jesus, that you are actually progressing. You're moving forward. That hopefully today you are closer to Jesus than you were yesterday, and to not just, you hear people talk about reading the Word, and don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing, but to study it, I think that's probably something I've been convicted of here lately, is not just reading the Word, but to study it as if there is a goal or a reason to study for something, because there's a test or because there's some kind of an exam. That's when you study for something. So continue to progress in your walk with studying the Word.
All right. I thank y'all. That was the worst thing I've ever done. I probably will never do that again because I absolutely, hey, yeah. Y'all give me a round of applause. Woo! All right. I know y'all are hungry. We're about to eat. So here's the plan. In a minute, we're going to have this group go first because y'all are, actually, no, we're going to go this since y'all are the farthest away from the lunch. Y'all are going to go first in the fellowship hall. You'll go down the stairs on the right. You'll go, there'll be someone directing you there. Then we'll send this group, and then we'll send this group. There's going to be chairs. You're going to eat, have fun. And then after you're done, we're going to come back in here for what's next. What's next is going to be the mission project. We'll explain what that is. We'll have a couple of videos to show you about the ministry, what we're doing, how we're going to do it, and we'll talk more about that. I'm going to pray for the food so we don't have to do it later. And if I can do it, actually, let's have a student do it. Who wants to pray for us for the meal? Let's go, Fletcher. We're going to pray, and then after that, you'll be dismissed to go eat. Make it quick because I have to go pee.
God nourishes food and Amen.
Amen. Y'all give a round of applause. All right. Y'all can go ahead, go this group. That was the absolute worst.
I can answer your question now.
Yeah, do y'all want to?
You got to jack the airplane,
Yeah.
take the tire. I couldn't do it before. I just couldn't.
That was the worst.